This is Dolynny TV, and that was a weak finger snap. However, we're going to get going on another Edmonton Oilers discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one I've been sitting on, trying to think how I'm going to do it, and I just needed to find out one graph that I'll show you in just a dang minute here, and we'll get going with it. Because you know what? The big, scary, yell, my God, the sky's collapsing thing that everybody out east, everybody that isn't an Oilers fan, everybody that hates the Edmonton Oilers, even if they call themselves a fan, well, what is everyone yelling? Guys, I'll give you 10 seconds. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. No. I'm going to tell you right here, right now, the biggest thing everybody worries about the Edmonton Oilers doing over the past 2, 3, 4, every year of Connor McDavid's career so far is they worry that they are wasting Connor McDavid's prime. Now, guys, this is, to me, one of the damn silliest arguments I have ever seen in the history of the Edmonton Oilers, is the fact that the Oilers are, in fact, wasting Connor McDavid's prime. Because simply, it is a mistake to even claim that at this point. Connor McDavid, by the time the puck drops on the 2019-2020 season, will still only be 22 years old. Okay? So that is the number I need you to work with. Keep this in mind as we go forward. Connor McDavid, puck drop in October against the Vancouver Canucks, will only be 22 years old. Well, guys, that is where we're going to get on to a little bit of fan or hockey graph stuff here. As essentially the chart I'm about to show you, I'll show it to you in a second. This chart is made up by work that is a vast majority looking at points, goals, shot attempts, special teams, and of course wins above replacement. The model all goes together, and now I'll show you the graph. Wins above replacement. If you're familiar with it in baseball, I don't know how it really works, but it means how much of a better player you are than somebody who could possibly replace you or something. I couldn't explain it perfectly to you. I wish I had a definition for war. Maybe I should damn Google you a definition for war. Hockey war definition. Let's go. Let's see if I can get a definition. The four major public models in baseball define war as wins above replacement is an attempt by sabermetric baseball community to summarize a player's total contributions to their team in one statistic. So there you go. Total contribution. That is what you're looking at here. This chart is a chart that charts a player's average total contribution for, well, every single NHL player in the NHL over an entire career from age 18-19 to 39-40. You see down there on this chart courtesy of hockeygraphs.com, 18-19 is the first age category, right? 18 to 19-year-old season. Then it goes 20 to 22 and so on and so forth, all the way to 39-40. And actually you see some interesting little rebound there from 37-38 to 38-39. That's something to keep in mind there. But you look at where we're going, right? Where do things top out for the first time? Where does that player hit their peak? This is the interesting part. Because a player is not truly in their prime until they hit their peak. And ladies and gentlemen, how old will Connor McDavid be when the puck drops on the 2019-2020 season? Well, as I've told you, 22, 23. The peak on this graph is 23. Guys, what did I tell you? Connor McDavid will be 22 when the puck drops on the 2019-2020 season. Therefore, my argument is simple. The Oilers are not wasting Connor McDavid's prime. They have not wasted Connor McDavid's prime. Not yet, anyway. That's as simple as I can boil it down to for Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers and the situation. And Oh, Connor's going to request trade. When is he going to request a trade? I can't handle it anymore. Guys, guess what? I'm sorry to tell you. It's only about to get better in terms of what Connor McDavid, A, brings to the table for the Edmonton Oilers, and B, the Edmonton Oilers have made a lot of moves. You say what you will about them, but they're moves in a lot of positive directions compared to where we were from about December 30th all the way to April 6th. Okay? We're in a lot of places. Now, yes, there is still the thing that Connor McDavid's expected to be ready for camp. Connor McDavid might not be ready for camp. Who really knows? But guys, I've shown you the Connor McDavid stats over his career so many times, over and over and over. And guys, it's simple. Connor McDavid, since his first full year in the NHL, that rookie season, only 45 games due to injury, well, guess what? 8,200 points. 8,208 points. That's 17-18. 78 games, 116 points. Do you follow the math? Do you see where this is going? Do you see that chart? Do you see how it kind of goes like this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's simple. 100. Well, 1920. Well, guess what? 100. Okay, good. That's a good starting point. Chart starts going up. 2021. Whew! That chart goes up again to 108. This based on points. And this following this war chart, wins above replacement, defining total contributions. Well, guess what? Then this year that just happened, 116 points. So now, if you're following my logic, we're entering the year Connor McDavid peaks. You tell me how an Edmonton Oilers team that A, wants to win, an Edmonton Oilers team that is better than they were on April 6th. Doesn't take much, but they are. And C, a better Connor McDavid. The best Connor McDavid yet, most likely for the Edmonton Oilers. And you throw in the factors of Leon Draisaitl. You throw in maybe actually having a line that works with Draisaitl, Kassian, and McDavid. Guys, open your eyes. If you are believing the Oilers are wasting Connor McDavid's prime, you are about to witness the show. According to almost every metric, the career path trajectory of Connor McDavid so far, and well, you know what? I don't need to go do this, but I'll do this for you anyways. I'll give you Ovechkin's stats because Ovechkin, I'll bring you a more recent one as well. But Alexander Ovechkin, guys, he's been below point per game production 3 times in his career. He is 33 years old, okay? That's the big key here. So, to say that at 33 years old, Alex Ovechkin, who's had so much frustration in his career up until 2 years ago when he won the Cup, or last year, or what, however you want to characterize that Washington Capitals 2 seasons ago, whatever. Capitals won the Cup. But you understand where I'm going, right? As long as the player keeps producing and they stay within a prime, right? Obviously, this chart says by the time the player's age 30, they're almost worse off than they were by the time they were at 19. So Connor McDavid, you compare him to a guy like Ovechkin or a guy like Steven Stamkos who's now 29, and you look at this, okay? You look at it this way. If the player can extend their prime, which a generational talent like an Ovechkin, a Stamkos, or a McDavid, I mean, these guys are franchise guys. You can talk about generational, but these are guys that will forever hold a place in the game, at least in the modern era, past the turn of the millennium. Fair enough to say? I think so. So you look at it that way, right? You look at those kind of numbers. If the player can extend their prime and the Oilers are primed to get going somewhere, guys, we are just entering the new era. That's the thing. We're just entering it. Now, how much can go wrong? Don't get me wrong. A lot can go wrong. But as it sits, guys, according to every hockey metric out there in the NHL, and even according to Connor McDavid's point production himself and his WAR and all that, we have not wasted Connor McDavid's prime just yet. And the Oilers are on track to hopefully get it right this year. Guys, that's where I'm going to turn it over to you. Let me know, what are your thoughts in the comments below. I mean, I'm probably going to hear it that I'm ridiculous and that I'm arguing something totally stupid. I'm totally fine with that. You just let me know, and we'll discuss it later on tonight. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. I am up on out of here.